My rackets are run on strictly American lines and they're going to stay that way. I got nothing against the honest cop on the beat. You just have them transferred someplace where they can't do you any harm. But don't ever talk to me about the honor of police captains or judges. If they couldn't be bought, they wouldn't have the job. Every time a boy falls off a tricycle, every time a black cat has great kittens, every time someone stubs a toe, every time there's a murder or a fire or the Marines land in Nicaragua, the police and the newspapers holler "Get Capone." This American system of ours, call it Americanism, call it capitalism, call it what you will, gives each and every one of us a great opportunity if we seize it with both hands and make the most of it. We've been on the road for 18 hours. I need a bath, some chow. And then you and me sit down, and we talk about who dies, eh? Nobody was ever killed except outlaws, and the community is better off without them. It's pretty tough when the citizen with an unblemished record must be hounded from his home by the very policemen whose salaries are paid, at least in part, from the victim's pocket. You might say that every policeman in Chicago gets some of his bread and butter from the taxes I pay. Once you're in the racket, you're always in it. The parasites will trail you, begging for money and favors, and you can never get away from them no matter where you go. All I ever did was supply a demand that was pretty popular. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I am kind to everyone, but when someone is unkind to me, weak is not what you are going to remember about me. You can go a long way with a smile. You can go a lot farther with a smile and a gun. Be careful who you call your friends. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. You can get much further with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. When I sell liquor, it's bootlegging. When my patrons serve it on a silver tray on Lakeshore Drive, it's hospitality. You can get more with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. Do not mistake my kindness for weakness. I am kind to everyone, but if you are unkind to me, it will not be weakness that you will remember me for. You can get much farther with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. Hell must be a pretty swell spot, because the guys that invented religion have sure been trying hard to keep everybody else out. Capitalists believe they can take everything at the table as belonging to them. Capitalism is the legitimate racket of the ruling class. Find the toughest guy in the room, embrace him like a brother, and then slam his head against the wall. You'll accomplish more with a kind word and a gun, than you will with a kind word alone. You can do more with a kind word and a gun than with just a kind word. I did it for the love of cash, your owner, trafficking cross the Verrazano, coke deal and marijuana. In this life all that I have is my word and my balls, and I do not break them for nobody. I've lost $1.5 million on the horses and dice in the last 2 years. And the funny part is, I still like 'em, and if someone handed me another $1 million I'd put it right in the nose of some horse that looked good to me. They've hung everything on me except the Chicago fire. I would rather be rich, affluent and greedy and go to hell when I die, than live in poverty on this earth. I have spent the best years of my life giving people the lighter pleasures, helping them have a good time, and all I get is abuse, the existence of 100 men. All I ever did was supply a demand that was pretty popular,